Hello everyone, this is Ep21 and welcome to episode 21 of Ep20's Let's Play a Project Architect 2, where I'm mining out a new area, because my last area we finished up on. I forget where it is. It's over here-ish somewhere. There it is, yeah. So, mining complete over there. I gotta unclaim that chunk, but yeah, we're now mining a new area. So that looks cool. So just kind of getting started, sometimes what I'll do basically between episodes is kind of little miscellaneous tasks like this where I want to make sure that like, hey, I've got this boring stuff done before we start recording because we want to do new and fun things, right? So that's the plan. At some point, I'm going to set up an EMC link out here and probably a few other things. But first, what I'd like to do is collect this dark matter, collect the dark matter from our mob farm, see how everything's playing out, and then we're probably going to move over to somewhere else. So I've got like a whole stack almost of dark matter, which is awesome. And then how are you guys making out? All right, even more dark matter. Sweet. Looking good. I can deposit my experience there. I'm definitely going to want more experience at some point, but I'll kind of like let the mob farm run and accumulate more, and then I think we'll be in pretty good shape. Now, the one other thing I might want to do is, before I forget, swing out up here and unclaim that chunk. But while I do that, let's talk about our plan for today. So I definitely want to get more power going, because power is going to be powerful. So we want to get that cooking. I also want to get more into Ars Nouveau, only because A, I really like the mod, but also B, it's a big part of what we're going to be having to do here. Because I think there's some Ars Nouveau type crafting involved in progressing through the pack. I'm also going to need to accumulate more and more resources, putting them into the thing. I'd also like to see if I could make like a full-blown red matter-based collector and everything, because that could be fun. And you guys have not refreshed your trades at all. So wherever the wiki said that those guys refresh their trades after a while, they are lying. I think I have to like trade more with them to get them to refresh, but we'll see. I'll figure it out, I'm sure. Okay, so you guys all can go away, and then we can throw a bunch. Look at that, 11 more million EMC. That is not too shabby. That is not too shabby at all. That is pretty good. So should we like? How is this thing doing even? Yeah, a few dark matters. What I'll probably do is grab some diamonds. What I like to do is if it's like a little bit close, I'll just drop a few diamonds in. Maybe some redstone. Maybe not that much redstone. Just kind of like get it close. There we go. Good enough. Alright, so I don't waste that. Don't want to waste that EMC too much. Okay. Ooh, antimatter relays don't have an EMC value anymore. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I can manage that. So we should look at Project E, just out of curiosity. Should I try making that kind of like power flower thing? I feel like we generate probably a decent amount of EMC that flat, like the flower way, right? Like, should we? I'm thinking, let's give it a shot. All right. So to do that, we're going to want you. Okay, which means we're going to want you. Which means we're going to want you. Okay. And then in addition, 1, 2, 3. Now I'm sure that we're going to need a lot of resources here to make that actually work out. And I should probably just look up real quick because it's been so long since I've actually made one that I don't quite remember how it works. I remember like the gist of how it works, and I think we made one a series or two back like super quickly. But I'm looking for like the exact number of what that I need. 17 energy collectors and 5 Mark III relays. Okay, that seems cool. Now, how are we for things like glowstone and obsidian? Because this might be a good time to look at getting more EMC links. And I think that's probably what I'm going to wind up doing. So let's get you. Did I clear out my backpack? I did. Good. I had a bunch of junk in there. right? So we're going to get some more EMC Link Mark IIIs, because I know I'm going to need a few of these. So, like, I'll just grab a few. I've got plenty of EMC left. Well, plenty is a stretch. But I know we're going to need, like, glowstone, right? So if I... Now, in fairness, glowstone... Well, you're not learned. Okay, so yeah, I'll just do this glowstone, because then we can accumulate, you know, proper amounts. Okay, so over here, we're going to insert glowstone up to 512, right? And then we're going to want all of our glowstone that's in there. How do you have a value of something? You shouldn't have a value of something. Configuration tool. I think that kind of works that way anyway, but meh. Okay, so we do that. And then we're ready with some laser IO. Maybe 10 more of those dudes, even though I have some. Okay. And then you know what else I need to do is on this side, glowstone up to 512. I do like this system. Like, this looks like it's working pretty well to me. And then extract on white with no filter, insert on orange with no filter, right? So down will be extract on white, insert on orange with no filter, and then it's just linking them up. And now we should be getting glowstone, right? Awesome. Let's do the same with obsidian, because we know we're going to want some of that. Do I have... Oh, obsidian furnace. I was like, am I crafting obsidian? How did I do that? Okay, no, I was not. All right, so 1 obsidian, you. And then here will be you. 512. You. 512. Down. Extract. Insert. Make that 8. And now we're getting obsidian. Sweet. That works for me. Okay, so now I think... Now, do I also have diamonds automated yet? I don't, but probably should. Probably should. As much as I don't love the idea of having to do that, but I'm gonna. So 1 more of these. That's going to be, like, pretty expensive on EMC. I might go with a smaller number of this one and go 256, right? And we can always bump it up in the future, right? See, it's really pretty easy to kind of, like, get diamonds going and everything, right? Like, all that, super easy to get that thing running, right? So now we're going to, like, build up to 256 diamonds, and that'll be pretty awesome. I like that. That's a neat system, I think. Now, I'd love to do things like glass and everything, but, like, we really don't have enough EMC to handle that much stuff. So we're going to have to do what we can. Now, what we're going to need is 17 energy collectors, and we know we're going to need red matter for that, right? So do we have enough to make 17 and 5? I guess that's 22, right? See, we're already getting low because we're going to use a lot of EMC to make this. So I'm wondering, like, how much EMC we're going to get out of this. I have no idea. Is there, like, a thing on the wiki that says how much you'll get out of it if you do, like, a full size and everything's cool? I'm not seeing any numbers on the wiki. I'm just curious. So it says roughly a diamond every 8 to 9 seconds. That's not terrible. I guess we could see how it plays out. Now, the only problem is because they don't have EMC, this is like a one-time, like, you'd build it and you're done, right? Like, there's no going back. I can't tear this down and decide, no, it's too slow. So, we better be ready to commit. Just put it that way. So Project E, I'm going to need 17 of these, right? And yeah, that's what it says. 17 energy collectors and 5 relays. Oh, we need more glowstone? Oh. Well, available 128, missing 187. So let's start with 10. Nope. 5? That should be cool. And we'll get the 5 of these that we know we're going to need initially and be done with. Cool. And then I should be able to ask for 5 more. Nope, it's still refilling the coffers of glowstone. That's okay. We could probably... We'll just speed things up a little bit, right? And we're also going to need glass, which I'm going to go and make a bunch. Make. Not exactly. And stage a drawer for glass. Because I know we're going to eventually have glass in a drawer, right? So that feels like a smart move. And how about cobblestone as well? Cool. There we go, 17. Nice. That sounds good. So let's go outside and get ready to build this thing and weep over all my lost EMC. All right, let's go outside and do this here thing. Oh, what do we got going on now? An undead knight. What is that all about? What are you? Is that a thing? I don't know what that thing is, but it seems like a thing. You have EMC, right? Okay. So, you know, for fun, what I'm thinking is we'll just set this up right-ish around here-ish, maybe? So what we start with, in general, so I think we basically surround 5 sides of this thing, right? So let's start it here. Where did you come from, sneaky? See you later, boss. I got this uber bow. You ain't got nothing on me. And then we're gonna want 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if I'm not mistaken, we just kind of like surround these dudes. Been a minute since I did this, as you can probably guess. Like I said, I did it like once in like one of my in the last series, but like only once. And then I got one more for under this dude, right? Sweet. Okay. Now if I come here and we target dark matter out of curiosity, how cool is that? Not bad. Not bad at all, honestly. We should that seems pretty awesome, really. Now we're also going to want some glowstone. And basically almost anywhere that we can see the red dot, except presumably the one that I access the resources from, right? So that seems pretty cool, right? Does that work? I think it works for me. Work for you guys? And look, we're like, it's been like a few seconds here, and we're like partway to a dark matter. So that is not too shabby. Now, out of curiosity, can I tick accelerate this guy? That doesn't seem to do a whole lot. Okay. But if I tick accelerate this guy, does that seem to do more? Maybe? I don't know, actually. Doesn't seem to do a whole lot. Either way, that's going to be like a nice extra, you know, passive EMC approach, right? Which I think is pretty cool. So it's got like a good 10-ish seconds left, right? Yeah, that's not bad. I like it. All right. So that's another bit of passive EMC gen. Oh, I missed a glowstone. There you go. Look in the shop. All right. I like it. Big win. And we could probably copy-paste that, to be fair. So if we decided we wanted to, you know, handle that, we could. We could. And we could pipe into an EMC link. But for now, we'll leave it be manual. All right? So I was just kind of curious to see like how good and how useful it would be to set that up. And now we kind of know. Leaving that passively running, I think we'll be surprised when we come back and see how much dark matter it's produced. I bet that's equal to, or even maybe faster than, my mob farm over here. But speaking of which, at some point soon, we're going to amp this thing up to, like, crazy proportions, and then it won't even, like, definitely going to be faster than my mob farm, right? Like, definitely. Like, yeah, we're getting a little bit of EMC, but it's not going to be anywhere near what that setup we just did is. Okay, cool. What else? So I kind of want to get into Ars Nouveau now, mostly because I would like some really cool armor, but also because I would like to prep for what we're going to have going on in the future. So let's review where we're at quest-wise, right? So heading into the Warden area would probably be a cool thing to do. And go into like the extra mod with the Warden. Doing some dimensional stuff would probably also be really neat. Because you know what you could do? We could totally create dimensions like full of diamonds and stuff, right? So I found this cool energy meter thing in the quests. I wanted to try it real quick. I'm just going to steal you for a minute. So if I put the energy meter here and we configure it so that the left is an output and the top is an input. Well, that's cool. Look at that. That is nifty. All right. And then if we popped over to Miner 49er and turned you on. Oh, look at that. Sitting around 6,000 RF per... That's nifty. Accuracy interval. Defines the number of ticks between each calculation of the transfer rate. Higher values will even out spikes, but result in slower updates on the display. Defines the reset threshold in ticks. If no energy is received during this period, metering resets to 0. Lower values will detect energy loss quicker. The value cannot be higher than the... Okay, cool. So you have a buffer, right? You're generating 8,000 FE per tick, and your max extract is 32,000 FE per tick. Interesting. That's cool. So I think it's using like probably around 10,000-ish to mine. Okay, that's kind of awesome. I like that. Nice. All right, and then we come back over here, and we've probably reduced the amount of FE per tick, and that shows us how much energy we're transferring at the moment. That's cool. I like that. Okay, so I just wanted to check that thing out real quick. So let's look at Ars Nouveau. I was thinking about doing Draconic, and we probably will circle back to doing Draconic Evolution at some point. But I don't want to, like, jump into Draconic. Like, it's been a while since we've done, like, some of the Ars armor stuff. And, like, there's also some, like, add-ons to Ars here. And you guys know I love Ars Nouveau. Like it's definitely like one of those mods where I'm like, it's cool. I love a good magic mod. I know a lot of people tend to like tech mods more than magic mods. I don't know why. It's actually like a weird thing. A lot of people are like, oh, magic mods are. I think they're awesome. And I like the difference between like your tech and magic varieties. So, I wanted to go this route. So I think one of the first things we're gonna need to do is get some Mage Bloom, right? So if we want to get Mage Bloom seeds, which do have EMC by the way, we're going to need the enchanting apparatus and all its setup, right? Enchanting from Ars. So I have to remember exactly how this works, but I remember it not being too terrible. So there's source, machines, automation, enchanting. Here we go. Yeah, so we're going to need some pedestals. And there we go, the arcane core, right? Arcane core and some pedestals. Sweet. Now, if I remember correctly, source gems have EMC, so that's awesome. So we should be able to like relatively. Oh, and also source stone. This is even better. It has EMC because remember how annoying that stuff is to make. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying. So I should be able to easily make an arcane core, an enchanting apparatus, and 8 of these dudes without breaking a sweat. All right, so I'm thinking let's void out a bunch of terrain here so that we have like a little bit more room to work in, and then we'll kind of go from there. How does that sound? Because I want like a healthy amount of space, right? To just kind of be like, yep, nope, this is cool. I'll be back once I've cleared out a bunch of terrain. All right, I may have miscalculated a little bit. So how do we feel about maybe like doing some good old-fashioned 9x9 fun? Let's make sure that you are on replace blocks mode. So if I do that, we're going to need is more bricks. I forgot. Yes, we don't have this bound yet in a way that we don't have to worry about it. And I should bind it and then also keep bricks in stock or something like that. Let's resume that. One thing nice thing about copy paste gadget and most gadgets is you can kind of resume where you left off if things, especially if it's anchored still. Like for example, I can get my torches here and then I can just click again and it'll just place what it's missing. Super cool. But maybe we should like do something a little fancier looking. Like what if we did source, right? Like if we got more of these dudes. Okay. And I'm going to put you away and you away. And real quick, you know what I should do? While I'm here, let's bind you along with these two. Okay, so now they can work with the AE system, right? And then I should also put like some bricks in here, right? Just cause that could be cool, right? And now we've got a healthy amount there ready to roll for us. Okay. Now for source stone, I assume that there's like a source stone brick of some kind. There is. We have to stone cut it? Is that right? We have a stone cutter. Do we have a stone cutter? What are we doing? Base. Back here, you. Sneaky Enderman being sneaky. Yeah, so I think source stone, stone cutter, I think we can make that happen. Just to kind of try and make it look a little bit nicer. I'm gonna, sometimes I decide I want to try and, make things look nicer. I mean, I can try. Ain't gonna promise nothing, but I can try. Smooth gilded source stone bricks. That's kind of cool looking. There's like a bunch of stuff here. I'm gonna go with these for a minute. My only complaint about this thing is it's not easy to automate getting large amounts of them, but like, not the end of the worlds. Right? And then you can be like this for the floor, maybe? And then maybe just something coolish for like the corners. And maybe something like occasionally fancy looking. Okay, so let's try to be as kind of diary nice looking as we can. So like we'll start with the large bricks, right? And then let's do that, that, and we will not be fuzzy mode so that we can. Are we out of them already? We can't be. Oh, we are, aren't we? Oh my goodness. That is kind of hilarious to me. I'm surprised we got out of that already. Stone cutter. I'm going to need apparently another one of those. I didn't expect to run out so quickly, but I mean, I guess. Okay. And then I can solve this. And then what we want is you. And we're going to occasionally want some of you intersprinkled in there. That's cool. And maybe just some of you occasionally. Okay. So you're going to be the floor. Okay. I might make you kind of the columns here. Is that cool? You won't really be able to see that from the inside per se. But if I did like the centers, would that be neat? That and that. Would that be cool? And then maybe this and this. That's cool looking, right? Dyer doesn't know what he's doing. Dyer just tries. You have to give it to me for trying, right? I don't know if that counts as good, but I tried. Okay. All right, and then you guys can probably just go away, and that's cool. I will probably never use them again, but all good, right? Right. All right, so where's my enchanting setup now? So this will be like my Ars Nouveau enchanting room. And I might do some other things in here as well. We'll see. Point being, an attempt was made. Yeah, I think that's cool. I think that's cool. Do we just want to have like a big entryway? That could be neat. Yeah. Now, is that like Ars glass? Not really. There are mage blocks. Don't we have conjure mage block? Creates a temporary block that will amplify, will cause the block to be permanent. Dispelling this block will destroy it instantly. So just for fun, what if we did a touch, conjure mage block, amplify, And we have a mage light, right? So, like, we don't need torches here. Mage blocks are not transparent today, I learned. I thought they were. I thought mage blocks were transparent. Didn't they have like transparency and like particles and like all kinds of cool? Didn't they look cooler than that? You think it's like a color picker thing? Yes, but there's no transparency setting that I can see. Familiar sounds, settings, and rewards. That's neat. Okay. All right. Enough playing around. Just default you back. So I was gonna go with something else, but no, this looks cool, right? Yeah, I think this looks cool. All right. So then we want some source and some seeds, right? I love those particles. Keep trying to make cool particles in my mod, and they never look half as good. All right, now we have Mage Bloom seed. Now, does the Mage Bloom fiber? It does. So, like, is there any reason to go crazy here? Like, can I just real quick get a hoe, prop it, bone meal it? I assume you can be bone meal, right? Cool. Okay. And then I can Mage Bloom fiber, which is also EMCable. That's cool. And then we've got a whole setup going, ready to roll. Okay, cool. And I'm going to call that yield wrapping up point, because we're pretty much at that position. So let's wrap up here. We'll come back next time. And when we do, I want to make some Ars Nouveau armor, just so I can have like the good speed advances and all that stuff. We'll probably look at enchanting it. I really would like to have like a better way to enchant things, but we'll see what our options are. I might just wind up doing like I normally do, which is just, you know, enchanting a bunch of stuff and then disenchanting it. We did need to look at the disenchanter from Draconic, which I think I can get now, because we have Draconium, right? So we'll check that out next episode and see if it's going to be worth doing. But for now, wrapping up point. So Daryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back to play some more with Ars Nouveau, progress through that. We're going to need more power gen. We're going to need more power storage. We'll probably get into Draconic Evolution at some point. But, you know, we'll figure it all out. For now, take it easy.